All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Rosen. Caught right side, Gresham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he stopped immediately there. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dayon Buchanan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. The first down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They pitch out to Howard. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Rosen on first down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, it's Rosen. And off the deflection, it's caught. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Wilson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
Lucky 56.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Come on, come on.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Trubisky will throw to the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's go. Hurry, hurry.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is caught. his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Rosen will throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Robert Kimdichie, the one to bring him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Bears on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now Trubisky. And he's got some space here. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Hurry, hurry! Red, up!
Now Trubisky on first down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
This is Howard on second down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first, they go right back to Howard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Trubisky. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They shake, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now the Cardinals are going to use another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
It's a foot race past the 20. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return. All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
And now it's Rosen looking. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Onto the field now come the Bears. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On second down, Rosen. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
On third down, it's Logan. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Now Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action with Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So that's one you almost never see at this level, a wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I can understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun. Watch him now. Barney.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you did? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Fights loose. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Detroit! Detroit! I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Lets it go for Nelson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. On the handoff, this is Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Rosen looking to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And this is incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A give to Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bears on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And a few little style points on the juke, but not much room to maneuver after that. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Rosen to throw again. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Who's on 85? Come on, baby. Let's get this. Detroit! He's checking grass. Gun! Detroit! Watch the curl.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eddie Goldman able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Now Howard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Running with Howard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bears on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Trubisky will throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now it's Rosen. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Time. For a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That good for 19 and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.